When Claire walked out that night, she didn't slam the door or cry. She didn't even glance back. She just stood there, suitcase by her side, and said quietly, "I can't do this anymore, Michael. I've found someone who makes me feel alive again. Alive." That single word clung to me like her perfume in a hallway. Upstairs, our twins were fast asleep, unaware that their mother was walking out to chase a new version of happiness. I told myself it was temporary, just a phase. Maybe once reality sank in, the bills, the silence, the endless mornings alone, she'd come home. But she didn't. Weeks passed, then months. Her calls stopped, but her lawyers didn't. The divorce went through without a fight. I didn't ask for much, just full custody. She didn't argue. She wanted freedom, not family. People said I should hate her, but I didn't have room for hate. Between work, feedings, and school runs, I barely had room to breathe. The house felt too still, too clean. Claire started posting pictures with her new man, Thomas, a guy who looked like he spoke in quotes about following your heart. I'd scroll past their photos, numb. When the kids asked, "When's Mommy coming back?" I'd just say, "She's busy right now." It wasn't exactly a lie. A year later, life was steadier. The kids were thriving. I was smiling again, not out of habit, but because it felt natural. Then one evening, the phone rang. Her voice came through soft and careful, like someone tiptoeing through memories. "Hey, Michael. How are you?" I kept my tone even. "We're fine. The kids are doing great." "What's up?" She sighed. "I know I made mistakes. Thomas and well, we're trying to get back on track, but things are rough. He lost his job, and I'm pregnant again. Rent's gone up. I was wondering if you could help us out a little. You've always been good with money." For a second, I thought it was a joke, but she was serious. "You're asking me to send money," I said slowly, "so you and Emmanuel Leffin can get by?" "It's not like that," she insisted. "It's for the baby. You know how hard it is raising kids." Something in me shifted, not anger, not revenge, just understanding. For years, I blamed myself for not being enough. And now she was asking me to finance the very freedom she'd chosen over us. "Claire," I said quietly, "you made your choice. You left your family to start another one. I'm not paying for that. I already did once." She didn't reply, just silence and soft breathing on the other end. I ended the call. And for the first time since she left, I didn't feel abandoned. I felt free. Days passed peacefully. I waited for the guilt to return, but it didn't. Instead, there was calm. The house didn't seem empty anymore. The twins filled it with laughter, and their joy sounded like healing. A week later, an email arrived. "Subject. Please read." She wrote about regret, about how Thomas wasn't who she thought he was, how she missed Sunday pancakes and bedtime hugs. Then came the truth. "We're being evicted. I don't have anywhere to go. Can we talk?" I stared at the message for a long time. My heart wavered, but my mind remembered the night she left. I didn't reply. I took the twins to the park instead. They laughed, fed ducks, and for the first time, I thought, maybe this is enough. Healing, I realized, isn't fixing what broke. It's learning to live around it. That night, there was a knock. I knew before opening the door. Claire stood there, smaller, pale, holding a duffel bag and a baby clinging to a stuffed rabbit. "I didn't know where else to go," she whispered. I let her in, not for her sake, but for the kids. They deserved to see what choices lead to. She sat on the couch, glancing around like she was walking through her own memories. "I made a mistake," she said finally. "Thomas left. I can't find work. I thought maybe I'd save you again." I finished. She broke down, whispering that she didn't deserve anything, just a place to stay for a few weeks. I looked at the baby, innocent, unaware, and went upstairs for blankets. When I came back, I set them by the door. "You can stay tonight," I said gently. "Tomorrow, I'll help you find a shelter. It's time to start over, Claire. Really start." Tears slid down her cheeks as she nodded. It wasn't what she wanted, but it was what she needed. The next morning, I watched her leave again. No bitterness this time. Just peace. The twins waved from the window. "Is Mommy coming back now?" my son asked. I smiled softly. "She has her own story to finish, buddy. We've got ours." That night, after they fell asleep, I sat outside under the quiet sky. Love had turned into something else. Not hate, just distance. And maybe that's okay. Sometimes, the kindest thing you can give someone who broke you is another chance. It's the freedom to face what they've made. For years, I thought the worst day of my life was the one she left. Turns out, it was the day I believed I couldn't live without her. Now I know I can. And that's peace.